Two poems I'm going to share with you now, ha ha ha, and they are from the new issue of Down in the Dirt magazine, and it is titled Written Archaeology, which you can't see it on here, but these are like old texts that were in Hebrew that were discovered in an ancient Roman library hundreds of years ago, and they were just really kind of cool. And there's a lot of cool words in here and older stuff, and so this is why the cover is this way, named based on something that was in the book. And that's what I do here at Poetic License. At Poetic License, I have to show off my signs. I'm a goofball. I'm going to read to you one short one and one longer one. This first one is titled The Way You Tease Me. What I think I like the most about you is the way you always leave me wanting more. When you kiss me and we start to pull back, I want to cock my head and kiss you again, but I never know if you'll let me. And what I think I like the most about you is the way you roll your sultry, deep voice over me like a wave of heat on a summer afternoon. You use a pause to tease me with your words as sweat dances down my hairline and tickles my neck. What I think I like the most about you is the way you slide your arms around my waist and make me just want to collapse in your grasp and run my hands up and down your back until I hear you moan and sigh. What I think I like the most about you is the way that absence makes the heart grow fonder. And when we touch, you say we should take it slow, take our time and enjoy every moment. And you know, you couldn't be more right. What I think I like the most about you are the things that make me think I have to fight for you, are the things that make me second guess myself, because nothing's ever easy. Not you, not me, not relationships, not sex, not love. What I think I like the most about you is the wondering, is the waiting, is the teasing. That's what I like. This high-charged guessing game, the flirting, the first touch, the first everything. Thinking about the possibilities. Yeah, that's what I like. The way you tease me. This is a longer one, and then I'm going to give it up for David. This one is Communication 05. It's in a bunch of different sections. Now that we have the information superhighway, we can throw out into the open our screams, our cries for help so much faster than we could before. Our pleas become computer blips, tiny bits of energy traveling through razor-thin wires, traveling through space, to be left for someone to decipher when they find the time. I checked my email address book recently, and the people that I email the most are the people that I live in the same city as me, all of whom I know the phone numbers of, all of whom are only a local call away. In fact, one of my friends lives a block and a half away from me, on the same street as me, but I still email her as much as I call her, even though I could just walk over to her house and have an actual conversation with her. Now that we have the information superhighway, we can throw out in the open our screams, our cries for help so much faster than we could before. But what if we don't want to communicate or forget how? Too busy leaving voicemails, messages, emails, forgetting to call back. What if we forget how to communicate? I've got a program for my computer. It's a phone book program, and it stores people by name or company, lists their phone number, and has a complete file for them. And you can store all of their birthdays, their addresses, past addresses, phone numbers, faxes, email addresses. There's even room for any information I want to be able to store about them. And I love this program. I've created a file with all the phone numbers I've ever needed, and I always add information to this file. I keep a copy of it on my computer at home and on my computer at work, on my laptop, even on a floppy disk. I had it back in the day on a floppy disk. In case, there was a fire at work and my hard drive at home crashed. But it always seems that every time I desperately need a phone number, I'm nowhere near a computer. Not any computer. Because now that we have the information superhighway, we can throw out into the open our screams, our cries for help so much faster than we could before. People want an instant message. People want buy their names as domain names. People get email accounts. People set up pages for themselves. And you know, I've got a cell phone. I had a landline, and my phone isn't ringing off the hook. It's like I've gone fishing. Sat on the boat in the lake, put out the bait, but no one's biting. I wanted to get in touch with an old friend of mine from high school, Vince, and the last I had heard, he went to Marquette University, but that was years ago. He could be anywhere. So I talked to a friend or two that knew him back in the day, but they lost touch with him too. So I searched on the internet to see if his name was on a website or if he had an email address. He didn't. So I figured I probably wouldn't find him. And all this time, I knew that his parents lived in the same house they always did. I could just call up his parents' phone number in the phone book, say, "Hi, I'm an old high school friend of Vince's." But I never did. And then I realized why. You see, I could search the internet for hours and no one would know that I was looking for someone. But now, with a single phone call, I'd make it known to his entire family that I wanted to see him enough to call after all these years. And I didn't want that. I didn't want to do that, so I never called. Because now that we have the information superhighway, we can throw out into the open our screams, our cries for help so much faster than we could before. But then the question begs itself, who is there to listen? Communication 05. Thank you guys for listening. Applaud, applaud, applaud. The silent applause is what I'm so used. No, just kidding. Thank you so much, you guys. Please, I'd like to turn it over to my Zoom host, Dave. It's all yours. Please take it away, my darling.